My name is David Black. I'm a large animal practitioner in Cumbria. I'm Managing Director of Paragon Veterinary Group, and I'm also Managing Director of XL Vets. For the last few years I've been fortunate enough to be involved with RCVS accreditation visits, and I've also done one with Eve. The visitations are actually based on a self-evaluation report, or two self-evaluation reports. So the universities themselves, or the vet schools themselves, actually do the evaluation report, and our job really is to check that process and audit that, if you like. So go through the actual SERs and look at the data that's been put forward, and the schools are asked to actually identify their own areas of strengths and weaknesses, and areas that they themselves think need improvement. What have you. I think what practitioners need to understand as well is that it's not just a matter of the university producing a degree, which will automatically, a veterinary degree, which will automatically get RCVS accreditation. There's a huge amount of time and effort goes in from RCVS and Eve and potentially AVMA for some universities to make sure that that veterinary degree does meet all the criteria that are required. Yeah, it depends on the visit, but we definitely spend quite a lot of time speaking to students at various stages. We will certainly go and check the paperwork associated with EMS. We'll check the reports that have come back from practices about the students. Obviously the EMS offices are very busy places in the universities, but it's certainly somewhere that I spend quite a lot of my time on the visits, spending time with the students, finding out what sort of experiences they've had, finding out how much support they're getting to find placements, what sort of feedback they get from the vets in practice, how they can get the best out of EMS as well. Of course, so you have the university of providing training for a vet student, but EMS is a necessity for that course. We then have the RCVS who has it as a requirement. We have the practitioners who still do it as a goodwill gesture, really, because somebody did it for us, and you've got the students who demand that level of experience so that they can actually qualify with day one skills. And all the universities that I've visited, and I've done some EMS visitations as well as the full accreditation visits, have all said to me that they could not produce students with day one competencies without EMS. The way I see it, for new graduates, they may well have the day one competencies, but I see EMS and the training as very much a curve rather than a step. And at the moment, I think for all vet students graduating, it's a huge step up to practice, much harder than it was when I was qualifying and my generation qualified. And I was really quite impressed how much time and effort the universities put into it, and how seriously they take it, but also how seriously RCVS and Eve take the work. And there's a lot of discussion about any points that fall below the expected standards, or in fact a lot of discussion about areas that are well above the expected standards.